Yo, AB Academy, this is your sign, bro. You feel me? If you watching this video, this is your sign to go all in. We about to do something that we never did before on this channel. We about to do a reaction video, a reaction type of video. So let me give you some context and why I say this. This is your time. This is your like sign to go all in, bro. So I was on YouTube yesterday randomly, right? Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Bless me. I was on YouTube yesterday randomly and this video popped up and the video blew my mind. Not only did the video blow my mind, they put it in context and terms that was so crazy. I'm just gonna let y'all watch it. And the place that they said it was in, they said it was in the city that I'm in right now. Y'all just watch it, bro. Watch this.
This is what a $25 million a year salary looks like versus a $25,000 a year salary. About 20% of Americans live on this amount of money or less. I want to show you the lifestyles of people who make this much money versus this much money.
Okay, cool. So the video is comparing the lifestyles of people who make 25,000 versus 25 million, and they're gonna do everything in between. So they're gonna hit every income level. By the way, $25,000 a year is average American salary. Now watch this.
And everything in between. The reason I want to look at these differences is because of this graph. It's going up, which is a problem.
This graph is going up. He's gonna tell you the problem. This is why it's time to lock in now, bro. Keep watching.
Let's start with $25,000 a year.
Okay. 25,000 a year.
So let's say my name is George. I live in Atlanta, Georgia. I am single.
Live in Atlanta, Georgia. His name is George, bro. Watch this.
And I have no kids. And I'm looking for a job. After some searching, I found this job as a security guard at a TV studio in downtown Atlanta.
Come on.
It'll pay me $12.50 an hour, which is quite a bit more than the minimum
More
wage.
than minimum wage.
$7.25 an hour. Let's assume I work 40 hours a week. And I work every week except 2 that I set aside for holidays, sickness, and vacation. This means I make $25,000 a year.
Bro, okay, let's put this in perspective. Let's put this in perspective, guys. This guy, George, works 40 hours a week. The whole year except for 2 weeks, which for 2 weeks he go on vacation his sick days. He works 40 hours a week. That's a full-time job, bro. You know what I mean? And he makes $25,000 a year. $25,000 a year is like $2,000 a month, if I'm not mistaken.
At this level, around 29% of Americans earn as much or less than me. So how will I spend it? This comes out to be just over $2,000 a month that I have to spend. I gotta pay taxes.
Plus
That brings
taxes.
me down to $1,764 to live on this month. To calculate this next part for...
Bro, he gets paid more than minimum wage. And at his take home, he has $1,700 to spend, bro. Keep watching. This is why it's time, bro.
this income and all of the incomes
It's
we're
gonna
looking
make
at,
sense.
I used some data from the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics that shows that people in this income bracket spend about 41% of their pre-tax income on housing. I've got about $850 for all my housing expenses. That's nearly half my...
He has $800 to spend on houses. If y'all don't know, in Atlanta, bro, in Atlanta, Georgia, where in this hypothetical situation he works, he has $800 to spend on housing. You can't get nothing for $800 in Atlanta. I'm putting you down.
after-tax budget. I'll definitely be renting instead of owning a house at this budget. A lot of landlords these days require you to earn three times more the monthly rent. So I'm probably gonna need roommates if I'm gonna get approved for an apartment. All right, let's look at Craigslist. I really can't afford to live downtown, so I'm gonna look in the outskirts. And I found this place right outside the city. This is gonna work, and it's within my budget for rent and utilities. So how am I gonna get to my job, which is in downtown Atlanta? That's 20 minutes away from where I live. And like most American cities, there's not great public transportation here, so I'm gonna need to have a car. Let's just say in this assumption, and it's kind of a big assumption, that I already have a car. And let's assume it's this car. It's a 2004 Toyota Solara that I got on Facebook Marketplace. Lower income Americans spend more on their income for transportation than any other segment of the population. The data we'll use says about 15% of pre-tax income is spent on transportation. So that's $313 for gas, insurance, parking, and saving up for maintenance and repairs. We gotta be pretty careful about how much extra driving we do and hope.
Y'all, he ain't even talk about food yet. He ain't even talk about fun yet. Keep watching.
no big maintenance issues arise. According to this BLS data, I spend about 15% of my income on food. That includes both groceries and eating out. That's $313 a month for food. A lot of people think that this income bracket just goes to McDonald's all of the time, but the reality is the average order amount at McDonald's is between $7 and $8, so that will not get me through the month. That will get me through 13 days worth of food. So I gotta go to the grocery store. Unfortunately, in most lower income areas in this country, there aren't a ton of grocery stores, and the ones that are available are much less likely to carry fresh produce or other nutritious food. So I'm gonna see what I can do by stocking up on beans and rice, peanut butter and jelly, Wonder Bread, Top Ramen, freezer meals. For fresh options, I'll be looking at potatoes and some of the cheaper produce, and no eating out, or rarely, occasionally, on special occasions, eating out. If I do, I'll be looking at the value menu at a fast food restaurant. I'll be looking for discounts, checking every price in the convenience store. Okay, but wait, don't I get government assistance for food, like food stamps? So from my research, I can see that to get government assistance, I need my savings account to be less than $2,000. Check. My income needs to be lower than $19,578.
He make more than that. He make 25,000, so he can't even get government assistance, y'all. Look how much money he got left over so far, bro. Keep watching.
I make $25,000, so nope, I don't qualify. Okay, so we've covered our basic needs of housing, food, and transportation, but I still have a lot of expenses. We hear a lot about healthcare being a massive personal cost in the US, but what does that actually look like? Georgia's Medicaid website says that I qualify for government help, but even with that, I will be paying around 10% of my income on health-related expenses like medicine, doctor visits, getting care that isn't covered by this government insurance. This is one of the reasons why people in my income bracket live around 7 years less than...
Listen, bro. If you have a lower income, you are projected to live a shorter life, bro, because you don't have access to top-notch health. You don't have access to top-notch foods. You eating bullshit, bro. You don't have the capital to spend money on healthy foods. This shit is crazy, bro. Like, really, like, this shit's crazy.
The richest Americans. After all these main expenses, I'm left with a small amount of money for everything else. And there's a lot more that I need to spend just to live. Laundry, internet connection, cell phone. Conservatively,
Bro, this doesn't even count for your Netflix subscriptions, your phone bill, your internet. This don't count for none of that. And you got $80 left, bro.
Adds up to $105, not taking into account the overcharges and hidden.
And he's at negative 25. So I'm gonna save y'all some time and tell y'all what's going on in this video. So as you can see, 25,000 a month, which is over, bro. 25,000 a year, which is over the minimum wage, gets you in debt if you want to live in a city like Atlanta. And he didn't even get the chance to live in Atlanta. He had to go in the outskirts, bro. So they go from 25 and then they go to 40. A big jump, right? 25 to 40. You would think it's a big jump, bro. It's not. Look at 40, bro.
Not much better.
He only has $126 saved at the end of the month, bro. Based on where he lived, based on the housing. The shit is crazy, bro. So now let me tell y'all why now is the time. So remember that chart he was talking about where this is terrible, this is bad? This is the chart. I'm going to let him explain what's going on, and then I'm kind of going to explain it if you don't understand it.
The divide between the rich and the poor was incredibly stark in this country. The top 1% would bring home 20% of all of the income. But then look what happened. We kind of fixed it. We taxed the super rich. The working class organized and rose up, fighting for fair pay. And by the 1980s, it was more like 10% of the income went to the top 1%. But watch what happens next. We're going back up, and we're leaving people like George in a trap. It's not hard to see why someone like George would have lost faith in our government and our institutions and the concept of an American dream. The system is not working for George. Each cost leads to another cost, creating a poverty trap with no chance of getting out. Expensive housing far from work means a car. A car means maintenance and insurance and fuel, which means less money for food and healthcare. He makes too much for government assistance on any of this. How is George supposed to have the time, the money, or even the brain space to think about school or improving his skills? His social mobility is limited. We often think about...
This is your time to go all in. I'm going to explain this graph to y'all if y'all did not understand what he just said, bro. So y'all see how the person on 25,000 lives. This graph here shows where the economy is going in America, bro. The economy started off here where the 20% of all the money in the world is going to the top 1% of earners. It changed over the 1960s, 1980s. But as you can see, 2002 is getting back there. Meaning, if you don't make a lot of money, you're fucked in America, bro. You're fucked in America. Meaning that if you are a person that's working a job and coming home and not doing anything to earn extra money, you're damn near fucked, bro. You're going to live shorter life because you can't pay for the necessary things. And you're going to live a worse life because you just can't do the things that people who make the most money do, as well as things in tax brackets where we can do certain tax codes and certain hacks and shit like that the lower class don't know about, bro. The society nowadays is not made for people who makes a regular amount of income, bro. You feel me? As he said, you got to have 3 times the rent to live certain places in the world, and you're not having 3 times the rent making this amount of money, bro. So you're going to have a roommate. You're going to have to settle for a 1-bedroom. It's just not a good place to be, bro. That's why I said now is the time to lock in. When I seen this, I was like, wow, this is crazy. And a lot of people don't even look at stuff like this. That's why I got to bring it to you guys' attention. Now is the time to start that hustle, bro. Now is the time to start that side hustle. Now is the time to start that YouTube channel, bro. I told y'all YouTube is the greatest thing out right now, bro. Social media gold mine, bro. You can literally do it in your spare time. After you get off of work, you can start a channel. You can start a faceless channel, bro. You can make that brand. You don't even got to put your face on it, bro. You can put somebody else's face on it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be an influencer, you can put your face on it. Keep your job, bro, but just know that your job is not going to cut it. Make sure you add those extra additional streams of income, man. Become a YouTuber. I've been telling y'all this. I'm not telling y'all this shit for my health, bro. I'm trying to help y'all out. Like, this shit is crazy, man. Make sure you tap the link in the description if you need help becoming a YouTuber. I just had to share this shit with y'all, bro. This is crazy, bro. Shout out to AB Academy.